In this video, I will demonstrate how to configure the HID Origo Mobile Credential Management Portal integration with Unity Access Control. Before we go into the integration, let's cover a few prerequisites. First, you will need an Origo Portal admin user account. You will also need mobile access credential licenses, which is an annual subscription. You'll need to be running Unity Access Control version 6.26.0.32 or newer. And also note, no additional Vigilon licensing is required to support HID mobile credentials. So this video will address the integration only, and we will not be going into field hardware and devices needed to support the mobile credentials. So let's look at the configuration. Once you've logged into Unity Access, you'll need to go to Setup and Settings, which is here. And then you'll want to go to External Systems. And finally, you'll want to go to the HID Origo tab. I've already configured the necessary settings to connect to the Origo Management Portal, but let's talk about the information you will need to set up your system. The first two fields, Authentication Portal and Management Portal, these addresses will be pre-populated for you, but you will need to add your customer ID, username, and password. The customer ID can be found by going to the HID Origo Management Portal, and you'll want to locate the organization ID. This will be used for the customer ID field in Unity Access Control. So once you have that number, you'll want to put it here in the customer ID field. Next, you're going to want to create an Origo service account, and that can be done by opening up the Origo Management Portal. So once you log into the HID Origo Management Portal, you're going to want to go to Organization Administration. Now, once the administration dashboard opens, you're going to want to scroll down to the bottom until you see System Accounts. So from this point, you're going to want to add a system account. And then as far as the roles that need to be assigned to the system account, really the only one you need is mobile identities. Reader management's not required. And then for the credential type, you want to use password. Once you enter a password here, you'll want to make note of that because you will need to enter that into Unity Access. You'll also want to copy the client ID because this is the username field in Unity Access. So let's go back to Unity Access now that we have this information. So we're going to put our organization ID here. We're going to put the client ID from our service account here, and then we're going to enter our password here. Once that's done, put a check mark beside Installed and click Update. If Unity Access fails to make a connection after clicking Update, I recommend going to Setup and Settings and then click on Appliance. So you want to make sure that the name server field is populated with a valid DNS server address. If you do not have DNS resolution set up on your appliance, Unity Access will not be able to connect to the Origo Management Portal. Now that that's complete, let's go to Identities. From here, we'll add a mobile credential to an existing identity. So I'm going to open my identity here. Now, before we go to the tokens page, I just want to note that you need to verify that the email address is populated on the Identity tab. This email address will be used by Origo to send an invitation to the mobile credential user. So once you've verified that, you'll want to go to the Tokens tab. And from here, you're going to want to select the token type of HID Origo. Now, once you do that, some additional fields will show up on the Tokens tab. One of those is the mobile ID type. This is already populated for you, however, you do have to select it. Now we'll go down to the bottom since I haven't been registered as a user before. We're going to want to click on the Enroll tab. And what that's going to do is that's going to send an invitation to my phone. Let's go over to my mobile device. I've opened up my email and found the invitation from HID Origo. So you're going to want to scroll down to the bottom of this invitation. And if you click on the invitation code here, and then just select to open it with your browser, and that will redirect you to the mobile access app. And now you'll notice the invitation code is pre-populated for you, and you can simply click on Add Mobile ID. Now, it might take a few minutes for the mobile ID to appear in your app, but once it does, you're ready to use your mobile credential. So that completes today's demonstration.